Sometimes you read a book and it fills you with this weird evangelical zeal, and you become convinced that this shattered world will not be able to put together unless and until all living humans have read it. John Green could not have said it better. There are some books that are so good that you would want to share it with everybody. Which is why today's video I am telling you the top 5 books that I recommend you watch. The first book that I choose in this series is A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. When I first read the book, I was really young, but I did remember that this was a very good book. I reread this book about a year ago, and it was just wonderful. This book is basically about a 15-year-old girl named Mariam who is sent off to Kabul to marry a man named Rashid. Rashid is years older to Mariam, and she faces a lot of trouble adjusting to the life with Rashid. And once everything has set its course, Taliban attacks the place where Mariam and Rashid are living, and then the living conditions really change. Then Rashid, it was around this time that Rashid brings home another wife, Leila, who is as young as, she could be Mariam and Rashid's daughter. Then the story continues. We see the challenges that all three, Mariam, Leila and Rashid, face, adjusting to each other as well as adjusting to the life which is now changing, in the whole country. This is one book that you should totally read. The second book that I choose in this series is Chitra Banerjee Devakumari's Palace of Illusions. This is a book that is based on Mahabharata. In this book, Panchali, that is the wife of all the 5 Pandavas, plays a pivotal role. What I like the most about this book is Draupadi, as shown here, is a very strong, independent woman who does not base her decisions or her life on what is there. She asks a lot of questions and makes her own mind. I especially loved the conversations between Panchali as well as Krishna. It shows what a strong, independent mind she has, and the way she carries herself all throughout the book, as well as her thoughts and ideas, makes this book totally worth reading. The third book that I choose in this series is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This book is so different and unique that it makes it a favorite of almost everybody who's read it. Like, I have never heard a person saying bad things about this book, really. This book is narrated by death. It is based on World War II, and in the first few pages you come to know that everybody is going to die. But still, the narration and the writing style is so powerful that you find yourself living the life that these characters are living. These characters are not just people you read about in the books. They are just flesh and blood. Like, when the characters are in a dungeon, and you find that they are being bombed, you are literally scared for them. This is one book that everybody should read. It is a very powerful read. The fourth book that I choose is Mitch Albom's Tuesdays with Morrie. In this book, Mitch is shown as a young student who is highly influenced by his teacher Mitch. But after his graduation, he had promised to keep in touch with his teacher, but life took over and he just lost track of time, and he became very busy and he just did not contact his teacher. After years pass away, and then one day while he's just casually browsing his television, he sees Morrie. He finds out that Morrie is suffering from a life-threatening disease and that he's on his deathbed. So, against all his rational, logical thinking, Mitch jumps into his car and visits Morrie. That was the start. That was a Tuesday, and then every subsequent Tuesdays Mitch would visit Morrie and they would talk about life, love, and general uplifting good stuff. This book is really inspiring and life-changing in a way. I really recommend you to read it. The fifth book that I have chosen is quite a surprise. You might not have heard about it since it is not that well known. But the book that I have chosen is Bucket List of a Travelaholic by Sarika Prasad. Sarika is a traveler at heart, and she visits a lot of places. And in this book, she has penned down some of her experiences, you might say. The way she is written is so beautiful that you find yourself in that place along with her. And by the end of this book, you would want to go traveling on your own. It is so good. Really, pick this book up. I hope you like this video. If you have any more suggestions for videos, do let me know. Please subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you soon.